My name is Yuuko. I'm working on voiceovers and dubbing. That's my Audiolog where I'm telling short stories by voice what you may want to your project. And recently when I flew to Italy, I had a situation. It was my first vacation in Rome. I went there alone for 5 days. I couldn't wait to sightsee and spend some relaxing time in the pool with a beautiful view, but above all, the food. I couldn't wait to try Italian speciales. My vacation unfolded exactly as I had planned for the first 2 days. Day 1, I visit Porta Capuana, and next to see the Cathedral of Santa Maria Assunta. Then white heading toward the catacombs of San Gaudioso. I stopped for pasta and ordered ziti alla genovese. The food was even better than I had imagined. I also stopped by the catacombs of San Gennaro. It was getting late, so I returned to the hotel for a swimming in the pool for the rest of evening. On the second day, I start my sightseeing at the Complesso Monumentale di San Lorenzo Maggiore, and later visited a very affordable pizzeria. Aroma alone was pretty amazing, and there were many delicious pizzas to choose from. I chose the pizza Cosaca. It was the best pizza I ever had, full of flavor and not dry out from the oven. The mozzarella was perfectly chewy, and everything was prepared so beautiful it would bring a tear to eye. However, by the third day, it wasn't as wonderful as before. Right after visiting another museum, I was walking back to my hotel by one of the main tourist streets when the young man approached me. He began lavishing praise on the place, describing how delicious pizza was, and pushed on me that I regretted if I didn't try it. He wasn't rude. He seems like a true enthusiast of the local cuisine. I wonder if he might be the owner's son earning some extra money during the summer holiday. He was very persuasive, but I kept walking as I was due to leave soon, because my next stop is Rome, and I need to pack myself. I walked about 200 meters, but then turned back, intrigued by what the restaurant had to offer. By the time I returned, the young man was gone, so I walked up to the outside menu display. However, the prices were not listed. Still, the menu features dishes I want to try, so I sat down at one of the tables. A moment later, a waiter appeared. He didn't speak English and handed me a menu. I started looking through it. It was incredibly strange. The prices were in tiny print, and the menu itself was in multiple languages. I found it hard to make sense of it. The waiter returned, and I ordered spaghetti alle vongole, prepared with Venus clam in a sauce of white wine, garlic, and olive oil. I waited quite a while for the main dish. Then the waiter came and bring me some appetizers. A short time later, he arrived with a glass and a bottle of wine and poured me a glass. When I said I hadn't ordered it, he kept repeating, "Free, free," with an Italian accent, smiling all the time. Finally, the main dish arrived. To be honest, it wasn't as good as I had expected. The mussels were overcooked and the sauce had a very strong taste of alcohol, as if the wine hadn't reduced properly. Still, it was nicely presented. I asked for the bill. The waiter brought it in a folder and in hurry, "Go away." When I saw the total, 200 euros, for what was essentially just spaghetti, I was thinking I was hallucinating from the meal. I went straight to the staff. I didn't wait for the waiter. He didn't speak English anyway, so I wouldn't have been able to sort it out with him. It turned out everyone only speak Italian, or just spoke that way. I asked for the manager, and the woman from the staff started yelling at me in Italian. No, manager, no here. I told her I wouldn't pay for it because I hadn't ordered anything more than spaghetti, and the prices on the menu were different. She handed me a menu with astronomically higher prices, and suddenly spoke in English. If I didn't pay, she'd call the police. I paid and left, because I had a trip booked further afield in Italy, and didn't have time to explain anything to the police. On the way to Rome, I googled if anyone else had experienced something like that. And it turned out it even has a name. Maybe in a few years I'll save up enough money to go there again. But this time with a better knowledge about stuff like this. So be careful on vacation, because it can quickly become the worst.